Salt Bae has officially gone from sprinkling salt on gold-covered steaks to sprinkling LS all over his career. This is the guy who once hand-fed golden steaks to celebrities like he was some kind of culinary deity. Instagram worshipped him, TikTok copied him, and for a while, it felt like the entire internet was under his elbow spell. But now, he's getting kicked out of stadiums, sued by his own staff, and ghosted harder than someone who mentions crypto on a first date. So how did Salt Bae go from viral sensation to full-blown social media cringe compilation? Stick around because this wasn't just a fall from grace. It was a full-on nosedive off a gold-plated cliff. Before the memes, lawsuits, and flaming customers, Salt Bae was just a Turkish butcher with decent knife skills and a strangely seductive way of seasoning meat. One viral video later, boom, suddenly, he's the salt sprinkling messiah. The elbow flick became legendary. Celebs were flying to Istanbul to drop stacks on overpriced steaks. Salt Bae posed like he invented beef itself. But here's the thing, he didn't blow up because of his food, he blew up because he was a vibe. A walking, seasoning, meme-worthy vibe, shades, silence, gold leaf. He turned dining into viral performance art. But the internet, it doesn't do long-term relationships. And once the meme got stale, so did the man behind it. The exact moment the world collectively said, yeah, we're over it. The 2022 FIFA World Cup final, Argentina had just won. Messi was emotional. A historic moment until Salt Bae magically appeared on the pitch, like he'd taken a wrong turn looking for the VIP restroom. He grabbed Messi's arm like they were old friends, forced a selfie, and even lifted the actual World Cup trophy like he earned it. FIFA was so annoyed they launched a full investigation and straight up banned him from future events. His excuse, I didn't know the rules. I love Argentina. It was an accident, sure, buddy. And I didn't know I couldn't steal the bride's bouquet at someone else's wedding. And if you thought he learned his lesson, fast forward to the 2025 Champions League final. Salt Bae shows up again, uninvited, dressed like Turkish James Bond. This time, security had had enough. They kicked him out on camera. The internet devoured it like it was a World Cup highlight reel. Of course, he posts later saying, I wasn't kicked out, I was just passing by. Bro, you were in a tux, at midnight, loitering outside the VIP section. No one just passes by like that. Then came the gold steak diplomacy disaster. During Venezuela's food crisis, while millions were starving, Salt Bae served a $1,000 steak to dictator Nicolas Maduro like it was a deleted scene from the Hunger Games, Dictators Edition. And right before opening a Miami restaurant, he paid tribute to Fidel Castro. In Miami, home to one of the largest Cuban exile communities in the world. Some people didn't get why that was offensive, others were furious. It's like his PR team was brainstorming the most tone-deaf ideas possible. Meanwhile, his restaurants were quietly going downhill. In London, his flagship spot lost nearly 50% in profits. Miami had so many complaints it could have been renamed Yelp Bay. Boston got shut down over safety violations. Dubai? Now emptier than a mall food court at 10 a.m. They even started offering £39 lunch specials just to fill seats. And that's not surprising, reviews say. It's all style, no substance. Like ordering a Ferrari and getting a lawnmower wrapped in foil. One YouTuber visited his Bodrum restaurant. Gorgeous seaside location, Saturday night. Should have been packed. But at 7 p.m. the place was empty. Staff pacing like backup dancers waiting for a cue. Once seated, the cracks showed literally. Stained silverware, paper napkins, and a salt shaker that looked like it survived 3 world wars. Turns out, gold on a steak doesn't matter if it's served with broken tableware and sad napkins. It gave airport lounge vibes. And if you're paying a premium, people expect premium. But they weren't getting it. One of his most viral moments? Posting a customer's dinner bill almost 600,000 dirhams. That's tuition money for steaks covered in edible gold you can buy on Amazon for $10. So no, he wasn't selling food, he was selling flexes. Instagram bragging rights, influencer bait. But even influencers have limits. And once they realized they were paying thousands for a clout sandwich, the tables turned. Now, no one wants to be seen at a restaurant where the receipt hurts more than the steak. And here's the thing, Salt Bae doesn't just serve meat. He sells a vibe, but lately, the vibe's been
Instagram
off. Shows him surrounded by bodyguards, bugatis, gold knives, and slow-mo Wagyu steak cuts. But in real life, people are walking out mid-meal. And the food, fine, not amazing, not worth liquidating your crypto. His US restaurants, ghost towns. Reviews call them tourist traps, Instagram museums with overpriced meat. And the deeper you dig, the darker it gets. Several former employees have sued him wage theft, tip skimming, passport control, humiliation, firing whistleblowers. One even compared him to Tony Montana, not for the fashion, just the dictatorship vibes. Imagine working 12 hours slicing ribeyes and getting fired for blinking during his knife twirl. That's not hospitality, that's a cult with steak knives. Then there was the Istanbul fire incident, a flashy fire show went wrong for customers caught fire. One Russian model suffered third-degree burns over a third of her body. Salt Bae's response, allegedly, delete the footage. No apology, no statement. Just another page in the How to Lose Everything handbook, and it gets worse. In Miami, a customer got a regular steak, but was served the gold one instead. When he refused to pay for it, Salt Bae's team called the police, over gold leaf beef. Imagine explaining to your soulmate that you're in jail because you didn't want to eat shiny meat. That's not a crime, it's a dietary choice, and now Salt Bae's empire is hanging by a thread end, not the luxury kind. Follower counts crawling, engagements down 70%. Restaurants are bleeding cash, the brand. It's giving washed-up uncle who still thinks MySpace is trending. But Salt Bae, he's still twirling knives. Still posing dramatically on cliffs. Still acting like it's 2017 and we care about his elbow flick, but the applause is gone. The meme expired because Salt Bae wasn't just a chef. He was performance art, a meme that got too big, and memes, they don't last. Once the seasoning stopped being funny and the scandals got serious, what was left? A man with no humility,
could have used his
no
fame
accountability,
to train chefs,
and no
improve
flavor. Food, run sustainable restaurants. Instead, he wrapped mediocrity in gold and called it luxury. Now, the world sees past the shimmer, and the only thing he's seasoning is his downfall. So yeah, Salt Bae didn't just fall off. He lost it all, the fame, the respect, and the meme magic. Not because of one mistake, but because he built his empire on ego and illusion, and when the clout ran dry, there was nothing underneath but overpriced steak and undercooked judgment. Comment below. Would you ever pay $1,000 for a steak just to flex on Instagram? And remember, viral fame isn't a business model. And when the internet moves on, you better have more than a meme to fall back on.